The Pelsue All-Weather Work Tent with rear access door was specifically designed for use in all seasons. The upper half of the tent is made with a special solar blocking material that will help keep the interior considerably cooler than the typical transparent fabrics used in most other tents. For example, on a hot summer day like this, our special design helps keep you cool so you can stay focused on the task at hand. This all-weather work tent has 3 large access ports with pull-string closure to accommodate large splice cases or the pass-through of ventilation hoses. Additionally, the front of the tent has large flaps that allow you to connect 2 tents together or even help connect the tent to the rear of a work vehicle. The Pelsue All-Weather Work Tent is proudly made in America with the highest quality materials to ensure the tent will provide you years of service. The heavy-duty fabric is water, fire, and UV resistant, and the seams are sewn watertight, so you can stay protected from the elements. Additionally, the tent can be rapidly deployed in just over a minute by a single person. To set up the tent, spread out the tent so the poles are in the shape of an M on the ground. Grab the 2 poles near the middle and pull them up into a standing position. Walk the poles inside and push up on the poles so that the tent pops out above you. After the tent is popped up on the top, push each side out, saving the back side for last. On the back side of the tent, put the poles together and pop the back side out. Pick up and rotate the tent until you have it where you want it. The back door can zip up and be strapped to the top if you want to have it open. For extra stability, place the stake in the loop located on the back corner of the tent by the rear door. There are also 3 cords attached to the rear and sides of the tent that you can extend and stake into the ground for extra stability during windy conditions. Optionally, you can close off the front of the tent. To do this, unclip the top flap from the front of the tent. Then unclip the side flaps. Once it's unrolled, you can close each side of the tent by bringing the flaps across the front of the tent and clipping them to the top. Now attach each side together. As mentioned earlier, the tent includes 3 access ports with pull-string closure that can be used for ventilation, heater, or air conditioning hoses. As shown here, we are adding air conditioning to the tent with a Pelsue portable 1.25-ton air conditioner. The AC controller cord can enter through the electrical access slot on the side near the rear door of the tent and then be plugged in. After that, AC hoses can be attached to the AC unit and enter through the large access ports. You now have a completely deployed Pelsue All-Weather Series work tent with the rear access door. You can expand your workspace by connecting 2 Pelsue All-Weather work tents together, or you can attach the tent to the back of a work vehicle for weather protection, privacy, or better control of the lighting. When attaching 2 tents together, set up the tent so their entrances are facing each other. Unclip the large wings at the front of the tent and arrange them so one tent's flaps are going inside the opposite tent. There are several clips and D-rings you can use to attach each tent to the other. You may need to spread out the tents or bring them closer to accommodate the front flaps. After the inside has been attached, you can fasten the clips on the outer sides of the tent. You now have 2 tents connected together for an extra spacious interior protected from the elements. To attach the tent to a work vehicle, first try to select a level working area between your vehicle and the tent. Then, set up the tent and face the front of the tent to the rear of the work vehicle. Unclip the large flaps at the front of the tent and arrange them so the top flap goes over the top of the work vehicle and the flaps hug the side of the vehicle. Since the front flaps contain several connection loops, there are a variety of ways you can fasten the tent onto a work vehicle. By string, by suction cups, and by bungee cords. Once the tent is attached, you can open the rear doors of your vehicle and focus on the task at hand while staying protected from the elements. Additionally, you can roll up the windows on each side of the tent to allow for more airflow. You now have a Pelsue All-Weather Work Tent attached to a work vehicle. Pelsue continues to incorporate tradition and innovation into every product, just as they have done for over 50 years, proudly manufacturing American-made products for people they care about, people like you. Protect yourself and your crew from the harsh elements with a Pelsue All-Weather Work Tent by calling 1-800-525-8460 or by visiting Pelsue.com.